After being stranded at Glenmore for more than a month, we finally get recovered to Autoglass in Glasgow for the fitting of our new windscreen. Leading up to Recovery Day, we make the most of the spectacular location, learning about the reindeer population, trekking through the snowy mountains, and even finding time for a train journey. But first, welcome to our channel. We are Kath and Sue, travelling and living full-time in our motorhome with our two dogs, Archie and Fletch. We've been exploring the beautiful countryside of Britain for the last 18 months, and as we embark on our second winter, we're looking forward to more walking, running and swimming adventures to come. Good morning. Now, when I left you last week, I was just finishing the train journey back, and then I'd be catching the bus back to the site, Glenmore, and I'm back here, still here. I desperately hope by the time I post the next video that you'll get a little bit of the recovery of the van on that video. I think we're going to be out for about 4 hours today. Let's see. You know how much we've been enjoying these walks. Well, so far so good on this walk. It's been very easy walking. It's been uphill, so you know, gets the lungs going a little bit. But other than that, you know, you start off near the campsite and it's well marked trails, footpath trails. And then you get away from the campsite and you get onto, and you'll be able to see it here, these, they're not waymarked, but they are on the map, on OS maps, and they're obviously trails that vehicles can get along. Not that I've ever seen a vehicle along here, but you know, the Forestry Scotland vehicles, I guess when they're taking the logs down or they're doing any of the conservation work, they can get vehicles along these trails. So far this walk is easy. However, when we get to the top of the tree line, then it turns into a footpath. Now, I've no idea what that footpath's going to be like, or even whether I'm going to be able to easily make it out. But it is marked on the map. But the contours are like really close together. So I know it's going to be very steep. That's part of the challenge, isn't it? Anyway, onwards and upwards. So this track that I'm on at the moment is definitely an old forestry track, but there's clearly no vehicles been along here for a long time, except I keep coming across what look like fairly fresh tyre tracks. Well, what do we have here? End of the track, which I was expecting, and a note, take care, reindeer. Well, look what I found. This was called Utsi's hut, and like many places in Scotland, it's one of the bothies. Now, Fudge is on a lead at the moment, and that's because as we got onto the footpath, it's all fenced off area, and it's where the wild reindeer roam all year round. Now, apparently they roam all of this area. It's the only wild herd of reindeer in the UK, and it's about 150 strong, so they will be spread all over the place. But she will know they're there before I do, because she's got a very keen sense of smell. So I'm abiding by the rules here and keeping her on her lead, because whilst she'll always stay close to me, if she's on the scent, particularly of deer, she's gone. So she's been a good girl today. But let's have a look inside this bothy. These pictures are probably a bit too reflective for you to read them, but it's Michael Utsi with his reindeer near Utsi hut. There's footsteps along here, so we might have company. So as you can see, the actual footpath is quite easy to follow. I am just reaching the tree line, the edge of the tree line. And I know there's further walking to be done beyond that, to the Lochen, but it feels like a little milestone. That, I'm hoping you're seeing it, is my view from here. I think we might be nearly there, Fudge. Oh, there it is. That's where we've been headed all this time. Not sure, but there's a handy rock to sit on just there, isn't there? Rest our weary legs. Oh. Hey, sweetheart. Hey. So as you can see, we made it to the top. Well, it made it to where I wanted to get to, which was this little Lochen. I'll put the name on the screen because I can't quite remember it. Look at that view up there. Well, Fudge and I have made it almost back to camp. We're about 15-20 minutes away. We found this little bench a few weeks ago when we were here, and it's our little pit stop. I'll put my poles away now and just take a little breather, take in the view, and then we'll be back in camp. Good morning. Special day today. Big rendezvous in Inverness with one of Sue's cousins. So Donna, we're on our way. She loves everyone. Well, as you've probably heard, there's some Kilmarnock fans on this train off to a game against, was it Dingwall or something like that? Is there such a place as Dingwall? Ross County. Don't quite know, but they've been on a train since 7 o'clock this morning and they're having a lot of fun. Well, good morning. Today is our penultimate day at this campsite. We've been in touch with Barry, our recovery truck driver, and he is coming as expected tomorrow to take us to Autoglass in Glasgow. It was raining all day yesterday, and it turns out just a couple of 100 feet higher than here, it was snow. So, on my last day, Fudge and I are going to get the bus up to the ski centre again. I found a slightly different walk to the one we did last week in those horrible conditions, and hopefully today we'll get a different walk, probably nicer in some ways and maybe a bit more challenging in others. Let you know when we get there. Well, Fudge and I are at the bus stop for our final trip up into the mountains for hopefully a snowy walk. You may be able to see some of the snow on the hills behind me, not sure. Well, Fudge and I are off on our walk. But I've just done a really stupid thing. I was on the bus, got off at the ski centre, and just before I got off the bus, I got a phone call. So I was a bit distracted. Got off the bus, looked around, took a few photographs, and then thought, oh, I won't say that word. My camera's on the bus. I put it on the seat beside me. So a bit quick thinking because the bus simply drops off here and then heads back down into Aviemore again. So I tried to get hold of Sue, couldn't get hold of Sue, and eventually managed to get hold of the campsite, explain what had happened to them, and they literally had 2 minutes to run out to the bus stop and recover my camera, but they've rung me back and they've got it. So that's another reason why Glenmore Campsite is the #1 campsite in Britain. They just go that extra mile. How fantastic. I'm so relieved. So stupid in the first place, but I'm so relieved I've got my camera back. Oh, I will have when I get back down. We've got to get across this on 2 rocks that are covered in slushy snow and probably a bit of ice. So I'm getting my poles out now, just to give me a bit of solid ground. Fingers crossed I'm not in that, because if I go in that, I'm going to hurt myself. So my path is getting less and less easy to follow. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear me on this, because it is the wind has picked up. This is my status. Unfortunately, I've got as far as we're going to go today, because we have completely lost the path. We're following it roughly on OS maps, but the problem is we can't see what's under our feet, and it's starting to feel quite dangerous. And the last thing I want is to have to call out somebody else and risk somebody else's life to come and get me off a mountain. I'm warm, I've got a blanket, I've got a silver blanket, I've got a whistle, got a compass, I know where I am, but it just feels like an unnecessary risk given that the amount of snow and drifting snow as well. So my feet are I'm going down to kind of almost knee depth at some points, and at other points it's barely going over the soles of my shoes. So I think, to be on the safe side, we're gonna call it a day here. We've enjoyed it. It's a shame we're not going to get to where I wanted to, but I just think it's more sensible to go down. So sorry if the camera's shaky, it's a little bit chilly, but I'll see you at the bottom. And there you go. We've been here for a month, and finally it looks like we've got proper snow coming. And this is just the day before we're about to be recovered. Fingers crossed we can still move. Morning. So this is the morning that we're leaving. We've been in correspondence with Barry all day yesterday, so we're expecting him sometime between 8 and 9 this morning. I think it'd be closer to 9. But as you can see, well, you probably can't see actually, but we have woken up. Hang on, can you see? We have woken up to a dusting of snow, which is going to make my clean-up job this morning, because I've got to brush all the snow off the mat and fold it away, brush it off the ramp and get rid of that. It's on my ladder. Oh, so much to do. Better get on with it. I've just had the text message to say that Barry is 10 minutes away. So I'm heading up to reception to meet him there, and then we can sort out logistics of how he picks us up. Hiya! This is my knight in shining armour, Barry. We've been talking for the last week or so, haven't we?
About 3 weeks, isn't it?
About three, yeah.
Trying to get this organised.
I think I'll be sitting down to get out. Woo! Ooh, that is close, isn't it? There isn't an inch to spare, is there? No damage getting it on. Let's hope we can get it off with the same.
How do you get off?
See the way it went on.
Yeah.
5 foot longer than what there.
So this is it. We are finally on the go. After almost a month at Glenmore Campsite, we're finally escaping. Although escape's probably the wrong word, because we've both said that we'd like to come back here. I want to come back in the summer so I can just test out how bad the midges are, see whether it's somewhere I could live permanently. There's our favourite bus stop that we stand at every other day or so.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house, I'm just wasted on the couch. Guess I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me.
Well, we're still on the road, we're making good time, and it looks like we're going to be there on time for our appointment.
Stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.
Look at this. Look at this beautiful windscreen. Not smashed. Thank goodness for that. For those few weeks of trauma, not really trauma, but you know, a bit of frustration in a beautiful spot. But now we have a windscreen and we can drive again. Hurrah! Well, we're back on the road again, and so thank you so much for watching our saga over the past few weeks. A special thanks to Class S2 of the Robert Burns Academy Supported Learning Centre, who I know have been watching with Mrs. Leslie. Hi guys! See you next time. Don't forget, like, subscribe and all that jazz.
Goodbye too soon.